'Cause a rose is still a rose. Baby girl, you are a flower. Hey everybody, grand rising, grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. I wonder is anybody else up? I'm up a little earlier than normal. I got up at like 1:45 this morning to use the restroom and I couldn't go back to sleep. I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot of things that's going on in my life. And I guess everybody has a lot of things going on. It's not just me. Um, but one thing I can't and I will not walk on eggshells. Yeah, I won't do that. So you have to do that when you don't know a person's temperature or their personality switches back and forth. You don't know what to expect, you know. And I'm the type person where I prepare for things. I like to have not be caught with my pants down. It's an old cliche, but uh so that I wanted to talk about the eggshells of other people's problems that's put on you. Because 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. It's about them. That's why you get to walk on the eggshells because they got some type of situation going on that they haven't addressed. But can't get enough of talking about um, the land, how important that is. And I'm in a cross between because I haven't purchased any property. I've been renting. I've been a single parent, you know, going from post to pillar to post is an old saying that they used to say as well. But in terms of that, my kids, they had a nice life. They grew up nice and so forth and so on. So I finally grew up myself. You can be grown in size or grown in numbers, but how is the brain grown? As far as making the decisions that you make as an adult, um, the stability, the foundation, but all that comes up from here. All that comes from the brain. All those things come from up above here. You know, nothing gets through without it going through your brain. The brain controls everything. So that's why we got to take care of that. And people don't talk about it. They don't say, well, no, they don't, well, not say. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. They don't talk about that. And we go to the doctors for everything else. And I say it over and over again, for our heart, for our lungs, you know, but we never get tested or checked to see how well the brain is working or the mind is working, you know. And I think if we had maintenance for that, along with your yearly annual checkup that you get, I think that would be that would be a lot helpful, not a little helpful, but a lot helpful. It wouldn't be as many people that's mentally challenged, or their behavioral health would be a lot better. But it determines, a lot of times, environment makes a difference with your mental state. You know, I want to move and I don't want to move again, but I have to do it one more time because here, I've been here about, this is my 6th year. It's 5 years and some change. So, um, the landlord hasn't done anything. He's not going to do anything. So I need a place to rehab, if you will. I have to get my surgery in November. I was trying to stay here to then, but it doesn't seem that that's going to be that. So I have to find a place to move that's going to be accessible, um, for me to be able to get around, after surgery. I don't want to have to go to no nursing home or nothing like that. So after the surgery, I need one level. I need one level now, but I might even need a one level even then. Hi guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You up too? I thought I was the only one that was up. I've been up for a long while here. But can you like, comment, share, subscribe? I just was just talking about walking on eggshells, um, because of somebody else's um, misfortune, or not so much of their misfortune of how they feel about themselves. It imposes it on you. So then you gotta walk around like, and it's crazy. But that's life, right? But I am in a transition. I got a lot on my mind. As I said, a lot on my mind. I need to move. I have my grandchildren here. I got to rehab. But one thing for certain and two for sure. One thing for certain and two for sure. I'm going to work out. I'm going to work out. Yes, I am. So by the time the summer come, well, not even the summer, but yeah, well, by the time it gets hot where you can wear your sandals and all that old stuff, for me, for the men, I don't know. Hey, what's up? How you doing? OYG Crash One. Do you like guys like me? I don't know. What kind of guy? What you mean? I don't understand. Could you give me a like? If you tap the like button, right? Then I answer your question. Can you give me a like button? I appreciate it. I'll appreciate it. So anyway, back to the range. I'm gonna work out no matter what. So I'm gonna have my guns. It's gonna be good. Hi Leah. Hi Leah. Please don't use that type of profanity here. I don't know what you trying to see, troll. You a troller. You just be trolling. You ain't got nothing else to do. See, that's the people that like you that I'm talking about. That had some type of situation with themselves. So you didn't say that. You said, "Do I like guys like that?" I don't even know you, Mister. I don't know you, and I'm married. I'm married. Hey, thank you. Leah said hi. So you up too? I'm up. And I just was just here. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. Oh, you like the video? Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. I need so many watch hours, but I have some things that I gotta um come up with. I am gonna cook Sunday. I'm gonna cook American soul food for my grandchildren and my family. I might have to figure out something for me to have. But I used to do the meet me in the kitchen on Sundays, and then I slacked down, and I wasn't doing it because then I had to go to the gym a lot, so I wasn't adjusted with working out. Because at first when I started working out, oh man, you talking about I can barely walk now. Oh man, it was double the trouble with that. So now I'm adjusted because I'm 6 months in. I'm 6 months in. I got muscles and I'm getting muscles and all that. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm looking forward to that, but I gotta move, and I'm looking forward to getting a nice place that I can have, and I am trying to invest in some land. Some land, guys. You gotta invest in land over in the Midwest and over the West Coast. Land is cheap. You can get acres and acres and acres over there for like 10 grand. So you figure if you really like low on cash and you don't have much, just say you and your friend, like say you might got like two homies, three, four homies, or if it's women, you have like you and your sisters or whatever. You can all take and chip in land. You don't have to take a mortgage out for it. You don't got to take a mortgage out for land. You make payments, and then it doesn't have any interest on it. You go to the land title place, but you know what I mean? Only thing with that is if you do miss a payment, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much, Leah. I'm sorry. I'm going to call you Lily. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you. I like the emojis. So what I was saying was the land is the key. Buying a home is just buying a home. The ground is with the foundation. The house has to go on anyway. So if you buy a house, you own the payment, just that little payment of the space. But you can't do what you want to do with it. You can tell I'm already from Pennsylvania. What part of Pennsylvania am I from? You know what part of Pennsylvania I'm from? Happy birthday, Leah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It says I can't. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, yes. What part? 215. Yeah, you're right. So you already know. You already know I'm a Philly girl. You said 215 all day, Philadelphia. Yo. So OG Cat Crash One. You from Philly? You from Philly? You must be from Philly. Hey Jess, how are you, Jesse Flores? 731. Thank you so much. So I was talking back to the land part. Um, I've seen land as cheap as 5 grand. It's not where I want to live at. And actually, I want to live somewhere where to grow marijuana is legal. That's where I want to reside. I want to have all the things that I need where I live on my land. You buy the land, you can put an RV on it or whatever you want to put on there, tent, whatever you got to have. You can put all that on there until you're able to maybe get a house or manufacture. One thing about when you get land, they'll finance you. Now you had to finance your house if you was going to get it built or whatever like that. So that's my goal, is to get the land, make my payments, and by 2030, because 2030 is going to be a whole totally different ball game here in this thing called United States of America. Are you from Atlanta? No, I don't sound like I'm from Baltimore. 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 Nah. Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore got a different their accent is a little different, but I guess you probably say we're closer up north, the north. I see you later, Lily. Happy birthday. So yeah, the land is what you need to tap in, right? You retracted your message, good, because it must have wasn't good. So, anyways, I seen land for as cheap as $5,000, but that's over in the West Coast and the Midwest. Over the West Coast is dry, which is good for people that's of a certain age. The climate and stuff over there, but the water source is not really good in that Midwest in that section. Down south, I like down south, but I gotta stay, I guess, closer to where my family is. Um, so I was thinking of going to upstate Pennsylvania. Um, I live in the southern part of Pennsylvania, but I'm thinking more so of going north. And that's up there where the mountains and all those places are. But they have land up there now. It's not as cheap, but 3 acres of land for 49,000. I think that's really really cool. Yeah, I would imagine so, because a lot of people Philly is not from Philadelphia. People come, they migrate in this section. What is it called? The DMV. Yeah, well, Delaware. I'm close to Delaware. I'm not far from Delaware. Um, I even wanted to get land in Maryland. Is not that far from here. Um, but it's a little expensive. It's a little expensive there, y'all. I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what parts that I would look that. I mean, that you would look up to see what parts or demographically the the uh the pricing of the land and stuff there. Florida land is cheap, and I guess that's because it's like a lot of floods. They flood all the time, so maybe that's why their land isn't expensive. Now, Atlanta isn't too bad, but South Carolina is kind of expensive. Virginia is expensive. So I'm thinking I'm going towards the um Pennsylvania. So I'm figuring that with doing the numbers, you figure 49,000, and that's what you would buy a car with. You can buy a car. Maryland taxes are too high. Oh, that's where my grandmom is from, Maryland. My mom's mom. Um, so Maryland taxes is high. Delaware's no taxes. I'm right here at the border of Pennsylvania and Delaware. So I'm like 2 mile, no, 3 miles from Delaware. Yeah, 3 miles from Delaware. Um, so I was seeing that the thing was 49,000. You can buy a car for 49,000 and pay your car note. You pay the 400, or the people that got bad credit, they gotta pay 500-600,000 a month. So I figure if I take and pay make my monthly payment, because that amount they'll take the taxes in those places is, well, when I looked at down south, the taxes wasn't there. What's the name? I didn't even check the taxes here. Right here, Jamal Robinson. Robinson is my married name. But anyways, You sure we ain't cousins? Like, no, this joking. PA Texas ain't bad. I don't think all the way up there. I don't know. Um, but I think that's a good deal. It's 3 acres. Is some gravel. It's not all dirt road. It comes with all the utilities. It's set up that I would be able to just tap into that. But the sewage is what the problem is, and to have sewage testing and to have the testing to make sure the ground is good. Um, the ground is good for them to run a line for your sewage. That's $20,000 to $50,000. So that's the bulk of it. So you figure the 49,000. I'm thinking on terms of just getting it. The other things, as long as the land is good, that I'll be able to do those things on it. I would take and I would pay. I want to take and have it paid off by the time 2030 come here, or at least 2031. And then that way I can take and move. I can take and get me my place, and well, I only need a little setup for me. And dog from G, I'm gonna call you G. Yo, G, my day is going great. I've been up since like 1. I had got up, and then I just lay here, and I did some of my videos of content and everything. And I'm looking for a place to move like in the next 2 months. So I'm up for the day. I have to go take care of some business a little around 11 o'clock, and cause I'm going to set up my Happy Hats with Hope table over at the Perlman Center, the Cancer Abramson Center in Philadelphia, around the University City area, but actually the University Hospital. It's midnight. Oh, you in the ghetto? Yo, you is funny as heck. So where at in the ghetto? Is you here in the United States ghetto? My hair. Is you in the United States ghetto, or you what ghetto you at, dog? You in California. My family's over there. My Uncle Tiny, um my dad's brother, he migrated there in 1973. He passed away in 2010. He was Calvin's Cheesesteak, South Philly Cheesesteak. Oh, you a gang member? Oh, snap. Oh, shucks. God bless you. Everybody do what they gotta do. Long as I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm in the one for the Lord. That's the side I pick. But you didn't have to share that. That was unnecessary. Okay, you like skinny white men and women, and I like tall black 6 feet niggas. That's ninjas. I meant to say. That's what I like. Everybody got a type. I ain't here for no show or no type or none of that. I'm talking about future. I'm talking about generational wealth. I'm talking about buying land. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You dig? Okay, I'm good on that. So yeah, so that's the whole part. I'm just here trying to come and holler at you people and come up with some type of motivation. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Um, Cause there's more to it than just this. This ain't just that. Everything ain't all this social media. I'm social media for good. That's what I'm representing. But I say that to say that you gotta think, get out the matrix, you know? Get out your own way. Well, my grandparents ain't leave me nothing, but you ain't nobody gotta leave you nothing. You go get it yourself. You can get your own stuff. Cause 9 times out of 10, when things is left to people, they don't take care of it anyway. I know a lot of people, parents left them a lot of stuff and they ain't got it. And they living on the street. They broke, they busted, disgusted, the whole nine. Like, come on, get out of here. So if you want it, you can get it. My American dollar. Dollar bill, y'all. We get ready to have, we ain't gonna have no more dollars. In 2030 coming up, you gonna be getting your hand stamped and you gonna be like, boop, boop, boop. You be like, can I get a case of water? Boop. Can I get that? Boop. So it ain't gonna be none of that that like sneaky, creepy, get over type stuff. They not going for it. Not going to happen to you. Okay. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna die starving, cause I eat vegetables. I don't eat none of that stuff anyhow. So I can grow my little stuff to eat. So it's called preparation. You have to prepare. When you see things that's going on, you see it right in front of your face. It can't get no plainer for you. You said we are not the lady. Yes, relax. I can do that too. I am relaxed. I'm just passing the message. You know, shit. Relax. I am relaxed. You see, I'm chilling. I chilling. I think I probably take a little nap. That's what I want. Thank you. Thank you, Samir Ali. That's what I'm talking about. Growing my own food and making your own antibiotics and things like that that you may need. It's a lot. That's why you got to get yourself together. We all going to die. Everybody's going to die, you know? Um, but you're going to keep trying until you do die, right? So with that being said, I want to go lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. That is the way I want to go. I done suffered long enough. Yo, I am a soldier. You hear? You heard? I done been through the ringer and back, so I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I just want to go to sleep, and that's it. I don't want to suffer or none of that craziness. So that in terms of that, you gotta eat better. You know, because when you know better, you do better, right? So the Matrix is the world. You know we live in this world. You don't be of it. So all the things that they put in place and all the things that you've been thinking all this long time and you've been doing and you've been thinking that this was the right thing to do, you got to unlearn that stuff. You got to unlearn, deprogram your mind. You got to deprogram your food intake. You know what I mean? The environment that you in, because we wrestling with people in high places and spirits. This is a spiritual warfare. I got a question. Has anybody ever seen a demon in real time or a bad spirit? Whatever you want to call it. A bad spirit an entity, a demon, a devil. But have you ever seen it transfer from one person to the next in real time? I have. If you have, oh, thanks for subbing. Thanks for subbing. Well, you never seen it go from person to person. You gotta really dig it. You gotta really. So, what could I say? Energy is very is what we are. We more energetic people than or energetic beings than we are physical, right? This body is just holds the soul and your spirit and your aura in it. Just like a computer, you got the monitor, but all the stuff is in the hard drive. You got the monitor, but you got the computer itself. But all the hard drive, the brain and all that stuff is in the computer, right? So it would be the same different sort of with our body housing all these things, right? So it's energy. Our hearts, they work off electric. Anytime you can use the AED thing, is made out of electric to recharge your battery. So then you know that we are more electric than we are anything else. You if you can feel you can when somebody come around you and they don't have to say anything, you like them a lot, or they're your favorite or whatever, and you get goosebumps. You get like goosebumps. That's energy. So with that being said, you bring different people into your space, your portal be open. That spirit comes right in. So if it's everybody's on one accord, you know that the enemy is coming. He's going to come, but he's going to attach us as a susceptible host. Like when it's a germ or a bacteria, when it's transferred from one person to the next, it leaves my body. After I get sick, or once it hit me, I pass it to you. Then that means me passing it to you, you're going to get sick. So I'm going to get which that's leaving me. It's leaving me to go to you. Well, he has power on earth because the creator gives him the power. So my perception of it is God controls everything, all things, everybody. The devil was in heaven or wherever was there at one time, and now he's not there no more. That's why he knows the Bible just as good as any other person that would study it or do whatever. But the whole concept of it is that we just reciting the life of God, because greater as he is in me than he is in the world. So we got the blueprint of what he went through. Nothing is new under the sun. So in order to have life and have it abundantly, you have to follow the laws. You know, everything has a law. Everybody has a boss. Everybody is some superior. But if you don't have no rules or no laws or anything to follow, everything that you get into, tap into, even with the YouTube or whatever, is laws for this. If you do this, you copyright. If you do that, that happened. But the laws that we have, that's the biblical, the Bible, the biblical information before leaving Earth. Though that's God living in the book. Whichever book you look at, if it's the Quran, if it's the whatever that thing is, the other people is taboo, whatever. I'm not on the name, so I don't want to mess them up. I don't want to mess them up. But everybody has a book of their faith, but it's still a law of the land, because if it's no law, then that's chaotic. So you have a choice. So it gives you a choice. Either you follow the law or you be chaotic. So you know that it's consequences if you don't follow rules and regulations. So if the state and the government gives you rules and regulations to follow, and if you don't, you get put away. Same difference on another aspect of as far as with God. You have the rules and regulations to follow as far as that. So if you don't do that, you sin. And when you sin, you don't fear not, for God is with you, strengthening and upholding you with his righteousness right hand. Amen. 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 Thank you, Donald. So yeah, I'm loving this. So yeah, uh that's my take. You gotta have order and chaos. And God made the world and he knows that it's chaotic. And it's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. We it's the same thing. We just give it a name, a new name every 10 years or so. That's funny, right? So I've noticed that, the music, all the old basketball players older than me, all the entertainment people. So that's being in of the world. We see things, but we don't idolize it. So as far as this right here is an eye opener. I don't know what age you all are, and we probably from all walks of the world and all walks of life here. But all the things that me as a teenager and a young adult, we had, uh, I won't say real people, because now we see that those people are being exposed. This has been going on with them forever. But we just been awakened. Well, not everybody has been awakened. Somebody in the chat asked me about I forgot this that fast. They asked me in the chat about the Matrix. Yeah, the Matrix. How do you not be in the Matrix? Well, I look at it as a light bulb going off, being illuminated, knowing that it's just an illusion. Everything that you thought that it is or was, it's not. They just make it seem as if, but it isn't. I saw a movie years ago. I think it was one, me and my mom watched that movie, and I'm gonna try to. I think it was like in the 90s, like the early 90s. It was called The Illusionist. Good movie. That was a good movie. And I got the message. My mom always would say, look at the movie, watch the movie, and you'll get the message. Because the message is in the bottle. You know what I mean? The message is in the movie. So that illusion, The Illusionist is the name of the movie. And it's a old 1994 or 95 or something like that. And it's a guy that plays, he's a magician. In that movie. I swear, I'm gonna look it up because I know they probably have it, and they're on you just search it on the YouTube, and they'll probably make you pay for it. But it's a really good movie if you can check it out, because that's actually what we live now. Um, It's just an illusion, you know? Um, and it's like they shove all these things in your face because everybody is asleep, but you gotta wake up before you go to sleep altogether. Like sleep and don't, now lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that part. So you just gotta be on your toes. You gotta be on your toes. You gotta watch your back and stay in tune with God, and He'll make all things possible. And as I say, I started this channel um 2020 during the COVID time. But I tapped into YouTube on my cancer um treatment time when I was stuck down. So I would watch different things. I think at that time Kanika Jenkins was popular, about her passing, and they start talking about the Illuminati a little more. Then that's when Obama and Michael was Obama and Michael was president. Grace, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. How are you? That's what I'm trying to give myself grace. Yeah, my landlord is crazy. He won't do no work, so I'm saving my bread to get out of here. That's why I couldn't sleep last night. Well, normally I get up early anyway, but not this early. I can't. I can't. My eyes feel like they had toothpicks on them. But you know how you sleepy but you ain't tired. It's like, I don't know. It's like when I don't have my glasses on, I can't hear good. Yo. So fantastic Friday. So I would talked about a lot of things, Grace, before you came. I was talking about land, to invest in that. Because that's creating generational wealth. And people did that back in the day by bought more land than they do now. Nowadays, it's everything got to be fast. You got to have a big house with the city streets, and then you hear all the poo-poos and the pow-pows and all that old craziness. But we're going back to, we're going back, all the way back, because we getting the meat just is cannibalism, because you figure it's, I think, I don't know, it's 8 billion or some type of people in the world. You ain't got enough animals to do. So every animal, we got as much animals as we have people. I don't think so. Like, we all the almond milk that they sell in the store, do you think they produce enough almonds to make that much milk for 8 billion people? Numbers don't lie. Words do, y'all. That's what I'm talking about, being in the matrix. That right there. That they gonna just shove and just do it, tell you anything, and that's just that. Yeah, the animal thing is going down, and but wait, the people ain't going down, so they got to do depopulation control, means to get rid of you any way, shape, or form. That's if it's to feed you to the masses, or if it's to take and give you the medicine, give you the problem, and then they give you the medicine that's going to fix it, but then going to give you another problem. And then they gonna give you the fruit that got the wax on it, and when you scrape it off, it's got that like white waxy shit stuff on there. So they give you that, right, and then they give you water. Wait a minute, cause I had found out that I was getting the purified water from Walmart. I should have known better, but my husband will always get that water he would bring that because it was 40 in the pack from Walmart. The Walmart Great Value. Well, on the side of the bottle, I never read. Shoot. Ooh, my leg. Shucks. So I never read. I never read the side of the bottle with water because you just figure water is water. Go figure, right? So water is water. No, it's not, because it got water. No, it don't even say water. It just say purified. It say biocarbonation something, sulfide, sulfate something of another. Mono boo 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 boo. I only ask for water. Why do I get all them other things? Like that freaks me out. Yeah, it makes it way worse. And then you come up with some other kind of situation. You go in there for your arm and they give you some medicine, and then the arm it'll get better, and then your whole head will fall off. The whole head will fall off. Yeah, so that's what we gotta do. We gotta tap into being responsible for us. We can't wait on other people, or I just use that the government to rescue us. And the people that's on public assistance to get the food stamps and all that, you're gonna have to learn that that's not gonna do you no good either after a while, because they're gonna make it weird as though they gonna give you a list. They gonna give you a list of the things that you can purchase. They starting it now, but you see what I'm saying? So what is all those on it? So the what's this right here? Calcium chloride. That's what they put in the salt that we put on the ground when it snow. No, it don't say just water. It's no water. Oh, she took a bath. Yeah, it's no water. Um, Dang, I forgot what I was saying. I was saying about oh, the food stamps and stuff like that. Those are gonna be where they telling you now you can't get no sweet stuff, which I'm all for that. I never understood why you can buy all those things that's not good for what food that the government is assisting you with. It should say just water. Well, Deer Park says just water. Now, if that I can tell the difference between those two. So what I did was I have a water pitcher that I put the water in. It's an alkaline thing. So I just the water that I'm gonna just put it through there to make sure, because all that kind of stuff will mess your stomach up. So the food stamps they cutting down like the sugary drinks and stuff like that. You can't get, but after a while, they not gonna let you get processed stuff off of there, and um the meat, you gotta get the kind they say you gotta get. You got to get the kind so they going that's the meat that with those the cannibal that kind this kind of meat. That's why I don't mess with it. Yeah, I don't mess with that. I don't tap in. I don't tap in. So I've been here for 50 minutes. Yeah, 50 minutes. And I am going to I'm gonna do uh check out my video. I just dropped the video today. I dropped the video. I think I dropped 2 videos today. Go check them out. Go check me out. And then I got some more content that I'm gonna drop. You said thanks for supporting Trump. Yeah, whatever. I don't support nobody. I didn't vote. I don't vote. I don't get into that because it don't matter. You can vote for whoever you want. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, I know what's in the other kind of meat, but no, this the Bill Gates. Is that his name? Yeah, Bill Gates. He had he opened like a excuse me. Ooh, so now I'm getting sleepy. He opened up a meat processing place. Yeah, yeah, meat processing here in the United States, where he's supposed to be making what is that the vegan meat and stuff, or soy or whatever it is, the impossible meat. So that's what they said. Eventually, everybody was going to eat that impossible stuff. That smelled like dog food. Plant based meat. I make my own. I don't buy nothing from the place. I make my own plant based because I bought plant based. That impossible. It smelled like dog food, and it even tastes like it. I can't say I never ate dog food before, but you know how when you can taste something, you smell it and you can kind of taste it because your smell and your taste all they go together. That the burger meat, hands down, tastes like Alpo. Oh God! So I don't know what that is, but that's not what I make. I use vital gluten flour. Um, I use that. I make that, and I make my veggie burgers with mushrooms. I even have like I can make me a jackfruit. That's what I need to order me some jackfruit. You taste dog food before? I never tasted. I never ate it before, but I know what that shit. The way it smell, I can taste it just from smelling it. I ain't even gotta taste it. I mean, I put that in my mouth. You can taste that just from opening the can. Oh yeah, it's nasty. I wouldn't imagine. Whew. I could imagine that. I'm so tired. I done got a sleepy and I'm hungry too. I should go now. I had my French toast, my vegan French toast, and my hazelnut coffee. Yeah, that's what it is. When you breathe the smell through your mouth, you can't taste. So that's what it is. That's because somebody asked me, how you know that tastes like dog food? You ate dog food before? And I'm like, no, but I know it smell and I can taste it this from smelling it. I got a real high sense of smelling. Out of your senses, if one of them is weak, then one of the other ones is really, really strong. So my sight is not like that. So I can smell. My smelling is like to the highest of the festivity of smelling, if you will. So listen, y'all, I am gonna go. I thank everybody for tuning in, and I'm gonna come back again. We next time I come back and I'm gonna do live. I'm gonna pull up some of the acres and the land so you can see it in live and living color. Yeah, my smell is good. I can smell a mile away. So I am gonna come back on here for the land. I don't know, maybe and then I pull it up on my laptop, so you guys will be able to actually see you'll be able to see the land for yourself and what it costs. And we can, what's the name out? We'll do a little bit of that. You too. Bye, babe. Have a good day, Gracie. Have a good day, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do the laptop and go do some of the things you can take and put in the comments where you wanna where you would like your state that you would like, and I can like pull it up. That'll be cool. You know, we do it as a community. You know what I mean? But like I said, I follow somebody on YouTube, and they like live off grid. But the guy, he bought 40 acres himself. So he bought the 40 acres, and he's selling a piece, like a little small acre or something, for $500. So it's a few people that moved from Baltimore, New York to his place here. I didn't get the address, but I know they got everything there. They got this big greenhouse. They have all the vegetables and stuff in there where they just go in there and get it. Then they have a big kitchen where they can cook for the whole community. They barbecue and all that. They got a church there. There's a lot of things that they have on there, but it's not a lot of people. Like, and so 40 acres, that's a whole city. Yeah, that's a whole city. So I know it's like 5 people. There's a lady there that has a hair salon. So they don't even have to go off grid. If you know, some people got stores where you can go in there and get stuff, or they kind of barter back and forth. But they do go to the in town to buy stuff like that. But the people there, they work. A lot of them got bought RVs, like them real nice RVs, the real expensive ones. They live in, some of them live in there, and then some of them have those little shed things that you buy from Home Depot or Lowe's, and they done took and made that and put that on there, and they stay in the RV during the winter, and then they stay in that shed thing during the summer. So they do whatever they can do until they can get their money up to take and actually buy a house to put on there, or however you're gonna do it. But I think it's so much more feasible. You know, they said we were supposed to get 40 acres in the mule, but you gotta go get it. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. So, anyways, I just wanted to say, I just called to say I love you, and I call to tell somebody about somebody. His name is Jesus Christ, my Savior. Yes, he is, because he saved me. And I ask you to cover this community of mine. I ask that you build me up, get me on my way, and on my way to my destiny. So, yeah, I'm going to wait a few more minutes because a rose is still a rose. It's still a rose. Baby girl, you are a flower. So, yeah, so y'all, I'll holler at y'all on the flip side. On the flip side. So, y'all have a nice Friday. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. And keep hope alive. All right? All right. Later. Later. 15 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.